Hey guys, so here we are, 6 months on tea. Never thought I'd see the day, but alas, here it is. Amazingly, obviously grateful, thankful, still obviously got a long way to go, but to hit the 6 month mark, it's like, do you know what I mean? I never thought it would happen. So that's great. So this video is obviously, it'll have like this week's updates and stuff, and I'll talk about like the things that I've experienced over the last 6 months and just kind of break it down a wee bit and bullet point it sort of thing. So changes in this last week first have definitely been my voice. That's been the biggest change that I've really noticed. Continuous thickening and darkening of the facial hair. I'm starting to look as though I've got like a 5 o'clock shadow now. I'm shaving it into the shape that it is, so that it will continue to grow in that shape, because that's the shape of a beard that I want. So I keep it in that shape, and that's why it looks so tidy. It's no drawn on, it's no dyed on, it's all real hair. It's just I shave it so that it looks like that. So that's really the changes this week: voice and facial hair. In terms of, like I just said, talking about change, like for the start, so my first month on tea, the first month is like I noticed like a lot of changes, as I'm sure a lot of you will remember for seeing my videos and my pictures and stuff. First month on tea, first thing that went was my voice, sore throat, feeling scratchy, feeling like you constantly had to clear your throat in the first month, which has continued constantly actually. For every time my voice is about to drop, I'll go through another wee stage where I feel like I constantly need to clear my throat all the time. So that was in month one. The change in the voice is the first thing. You notice bottom growth is the next thing. So PSA, if you don't want to hear about this again, my usual switch off, cut the video, do whatever you need to do. So voice, bottom growth, you notice in like a week or so, man, and you feel it, you definitely feel it. Urine changing, your pee pure changes smell, and changes colour. It gets a bit darker than what it like was, what your normal colour of pee was. It's slightly darker, more like a guy's pee apparently. The development in the first month, I like different hairs everywhere. The first bit to go was my stomach. Like my stomach, I get really hairy quite quickly. My lower legs get really hairy quite quickly. The hair that I'd already started growing at my armpit hair anyway, but that got a bit thicker. Sweating in the first month as well. Going into the second month, I'll go back. Month one, your sex drive, your libido is through the roof. For like day dot, for the minute you start taking tea, your libido is through the roof, and it doesn't really ever calm down. You're literally experiencing what a teenage guy went through. So like I feel sorry for all the teenage guys that I palled about with. I really do. Because like if their libido was through the roof, they couldn't really hide it very well, could they? Whereas right now I'm able to hide things quite well. But your libido first month through the roof, and it's never really come back down for me, and I don't think it really has for many other guys that have started tea, for many other trans guys that have started tea. Month two, by the time I got to month two, it was just my voice just constantly ached. I say my voice, like my throat, it just constantly felt as if somebody was like gripping you just there, not trying to strangle you, just like gripping you at that one bit. Like muscle mass changes. Within month two, I started to notice that my past is requiring attention. Within month two, I was noticing like different body changes. My brother was helping me work out a lot prior to COVID, so I don't know if that helped, but you definitely feel the body changes. It's as if your breastplate's cracking almost. You feel everything, or I did. You can just feel everything changing, all the muscles ache. It's almost like getting growing pains again sometimes. Sex drive month two, still through the roof. Lot of bottom growth. Bottom growth just tends to happen like on and off, but you're constantly aware that everything in that downstairs area is changing. Month 3 and 4, I started to notice my legs really changing shape. I started to lose like the girly inner thigh fat that most lassies get. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, the lassies, you wear it proudly, but obviously it's not a thing that many slim guys get in comparison to women. So I've started to kind of lose that. My legs, like the muscles in my legs, I don't know if it's somewhat or not, I really don't know, because I'm doing two things at once sort of thing, but like you can see the change in my muscles, in my legs, the muscles in my arms. There's a lot more definition of the muscle than what there was, than what I had as female. A lot more definition. Even without doing weights, you can just see your muscles more. My arms broadening out, my hands broadening out and getting dead veiny. Month 5, I felt as though everything kind of slowed down a wee bit, if I'm being honest. I felt like everything just hit a wee slump. But it wasn't that it hit a slump, it's just that everything, all the changes that had happened were just building on the changes, like my voice, my facial hair. But because I look at myself every day and I hear myself every day, it's like I don't notice it. It's quick. I don't really notice my voice changing till I do the comparison videos when I do them for you guys. And that's when I really notice it and hear it, or if somebody says it to me on the phone, or I hear like a recording back if somebody's been videoing me or something or whatever. And this month, 6 month mark, nothing's really changed, like I said, except my voice and my facial hair. I feel like it's a whole lot more prominent in my face, and my tash is actually starting to look like a tash instead of a sad excuse for a tash. Do you know what I mean? Acne, you just get, that starts immediately, man, with the sweating. You just get oilier, you get sweatier, you get spottier, you get stinkier. Like, I just sweat all the time. As soon as I open my eyes in the morning, like, first thing I do is get a coffee and a fag, and I'm sweating within minutes. Like, I can actually feel roasting, and I can, like, my t-shirt's sticking to my underarms. I'm sweating that much, and I've not done anything extraneous. I've literally got up, started down the stairs, made a coffee, and that's it. But you sweat so much. And like mood changes. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you feel great. Sometimes you're in total gender euphoria and you're just like, yes, everything's falling into place. And then other days you get up and you just catch a glimpse of maybe yourself in the mirror or in a photo, and you just think, I've not changed at all. And then that's it, boom, man, you're right back down. So there is always highs and lows to it. But I still want to change it for the world. I still want to change it for the world, man. It doesn't matter how many lows these hormones could bring me. It's never, I'm never going to not love it. I'm never going to not be grateful. I'm really not. Do you know what I mean? I say it all the time, like, I always knew who I was, and I always knew that I was in the wrong body. I always felt like a guy. I never felt like a woman at all, and to get to like 32 and finally be given your hormones to release you, do you know what I mean, to live as you, it's just, it's amazing. It's like, to me it felt like being an uncaged animal. It felt like being a tiger cooped up in a cage, and then when they gave me my hormones, it was like somebody gave me the key to the gate and like, there you go run free in the wild. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how getting hormones made me feel. And like I say, I'll still have difficult days. I think I always will. It's just part of life, innit? And it's part of the times now. Everybody's going to have bad days with COVID and stuff. But to make 6 months on tea, man, I don't know, I'm still in shock about it, I think. If I'm honest, it still doesn't feel real. I still wake up every morning and I'm scared that somebody's going to take it all away. I get my 6 month blood work done, and like, it's horrible waiting for your results to know if they're going to mess about with your hormones, or they're going to take them off you for a wee while, or, you know what I mean, they're going to reduce your dose, so is that going to reduce your changes? And so although there's worries, but I'm still, I want to change it for the world, man. I really would. And like, it's hard to put into words and express how happy just being your authentic self makes you, like. And I've noticed that it makes everybody around about me happier, seeing that I'm happier. Stacey seems happier. You know, and you don't realise what you're actually putting people through, what you're putting your family through, what you're putting your partner through, or anybody through, really, until you're on the opposite side of it, like I am now. But like, aye, and it's always that part. It's like, it's just like my healer Lauren says, like, project out what you want in return. So if you want masculinity, project masculinity, and things like that. And like, if you want positivity, project positivity, put positivity out into the universe, and you'll get it back. And it's literally like somebody gave me the key to my cage, and I get released, and like, I'm happier, and I can see it. Like, Stacey's happier. A relationship, I mean, we've always had a great relationship. We've never known a great relationship, but it's like our relationship's just stepped up into a whole new gear as well. And it's amazing. And obviously this whole time, like, I've had Stacey for support, and I couldn't have done it without Stacey. I couldn't have done it with everybody that knows who they are, that's really been there. I couldn't have done it without any of them. My mum, my bra, Stacey, do you know what I mean? My dad, everybody, my healer. Do you know what I mean? Like, people think healing's, I mean, it's either for you, it's no, and you either think it's a pile of piss, or you're into it. But I don't know that I could have get through this journey without Reiki and the guidance for my healer. Just reminding me to be in the now, and reminding me to be grateful for what I had and what I've got. And do you know what I mean? Reminding me that everything that happens will happen. But there's always, do you know what I mean? As long as you put something out good, there's always something good at the end, sort of thing. And as long as you always speak for like a place of love, then you should never really need to feel negativity. And it's true, because it does. It just goes to prove with my relationship, like, I'm a lot happier. So that means Stacey's a lot happier, and that means our relationship's a lot happier. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still have my crap days, but in my crap days I just don't really talk to anybody. I'll just say like, no, I'm having a crap day, don't bother. Or, do you know what I mean? And Stacey can just tell as well, which is really good. And I touch wood, I don't really tend to take it out and go mad or get angry or anything. I just sulk. Just like a moody teen in the corner. but aye, so that's about it really. I don't really know what else to say, because I could just keep rabbiting on forever, and I'll just keep telling you how buzzing I am that I've got tea. And I've still got like a whole long way to go. Like I said at the start of the video, there's a long way to go yet. Long waiting list yet. But I'm already so far from where I was, and that is a bonus. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've came so far, I've still got far to go, but if I look back and I see where I was 6 months ago, like, I'm damn proud of myself. Really proud of myself. And then amongst the odd day in uni and passing like the first semester of uni is just like amazing. So I'm so proud of myself. I really am. And I think that's what everybody needs to remember, whether you're trans, hetero, gay, just people, just humans. We just need to remember that take a win in every tiny wee victory, man. Because that's all we've got, is the tiny wins. Because nannies are getting a big win right now, so take the tiny wins. Do you know what I mean? I've got a long way to go, but I'm a whole lot further on than where I was 6 months ago. And that's my wee win, that's my wee victory. And I'll take that and carry that all the way through the rest of my fights, and for every wee victory, I just take it and put it in my wee victory pile and be like, it's another one. That's what we all need to do as humans, man. Just take the small wins, man, and run with them. We really do. So I'll keep up these videos as best I can weekly. I'm finding it a bit of a struggle now, because uni's getting a wee bit more full on. So videos and vlogs might become fortnightly. I'll do my best not to let that happen. I do plan on setting up a YouTube channel to make this easier for myself, and just so all my videos on the one place and I can never lose them, because I want to be able to look back years for now as well and still be able to see the change. So look out for a YouTube channel, link coming to you soon. And when you see it, give a wee subscribe, wee follow and a wee like, man, it'd be appreciated. And usual, until next time, everybody stay safe, keep looking after each other, and thank you. Much love and light to you all.